talk to try and see what had happened and why he had wrecked. We soon found out that Spencer had been texting while driving his large truck. He was distracted, ran off the side of the road, and overcorrected, which caused his truck to flip multiple times and land in a ditch. The most tragic news came not too long after the announcement of the wreck. Spencer did not make it. He lost his life at the age of 17 because he tried to answer a text message while he was driving. I do not want to mislead you. I too have at times sent text messages while I was behind the wheel. However, it did not take long for me to realize the unnecessary risk this habit poses. I hope to compel you today to spread the word that texting while driving is not only dangerous, but it is also deadly. It may startle you to find out just how common this is. Experts say those who text behind the wheel are 23 times more likely to get in a car accident. According to Wilson, approximately 1.6 million of crashes each year are attributed to cell phones, and about 200,000 of these crashes are caused by texting while driving. I don't know about you, but I would not like to risk getting in a car accident, and I would definitely not like to multiply my chances of being in an accident by 23. According to David Strayer, only 2% of people are able to safely multitask while driving. He says this 2% of people would be good fighter pilots. You can take that to mean it is very rare. When you add young, inexperienced drivers into the mix, the risk is almost doubled. Teenage drivers account for a disproportionate part of accidents compared to older drivers. Young drivers are less likely to realize unsafe driving practices and respond to them appropriately. Sunbeam studies showed that an astonishing 66% of teens use their wireless devices while driving. According to Sunbeam, in 2003, the National Transportation of Safety Board recommended that states limit or completely prohibit young drivers from using their cell phones while they are driving. The dangers of driving and texting have become so serious that a program called Textecution has become very popular. Wilson says for $40, parents can download this program on their teens' phones that makes them unable to text when traveling at or higher than a certain speed, such as 10 miles per hour. Other wireless carriers are racing to create software to make it impossible for the driver to access the phone except for making an emergency call. But this would require for everyone to have smartphones with global positioning systems, which all drivers just do not have. But should it be necessary for phones to be locked out to get drivers to see that this is a very dangerous thing to do? And though companies may come up with this software, how many people who text while they drive will voluntarily install it on their phones? Even though 17 states have passed a law banning cell phones while driving in some way, and 7 states ban it completely, there will always be those who break the law. If you are surprised by these statistics, the statistics I'm about to tell you should help you to understand how society feels about this problem. Texting while driving is considered to be the new drunk driving. A survey reported by Sunbeam showed that a poll in 2007 resulted in 91% of people thinking that texting while driving was just as dangerous as drinking while driving. This is obviously a serious problem that has undoubtedly gotten worse since 2007, as cell phone use is still on the rise. The same survey showed that 89% of people were supportive in the fight to prohibit the use of cell phones while driving. These 89% of people were all for banning cell phones while behind the wheel, but what I'm going to tell you next about how teens feel is quite scary. Teen drivers have yet to understand the problem their actions cause. A 17-year-old girl interviewed by Lynch states, "All my friends do it. It's like an epidemic." Young adults have even posted videos of themselves texting while driving on YouTube. More than 600 teens have also joined a Facebook fan page named "I Text While I Drive and I Haven't Crashed Yet."